Good morning. Dawn, the happiest carnivore here, and I'm feeling happy today. Not the happiest. I took my blood pressure this morning and it's still kind of funky, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, my name is Dawn. I'm 63. I've been doing carnivore for about 6 months. I'm down about 52, could be more. I haven't weighed myself. I'm trying not to weigh myself all the time. So it could be more, could be less. I'm hoping it's less. But anyway, I've lost 52 of the 100 pounds that I want to lose ultimately. So I'm still working on the next 48 pounds. I have healed from a variety of ailments, including severe depression, anxiety, sleeplessness, soul-crushing fatigue, all over inflammation, major pain in my knee, headaches, snoring, digestive issues, dry skin. I could go on, but all that's due to changing my diet, just simply changing my diet. No pills, nothing like that, just eating the proper human diet. And I just want to share my story in hopes of encouraging others to do the same. So if you're here, welcome. I hope I can help you. Today, I'm going to be talking about aging. Is it a curse or is it a blessing? Because sometimes I'll tell you, it feels like a curse. There's just some things that are out of our control. But since I found carnivore, it's been the best tool for helping me reverse some of the things that come along with aging. And I'm so grateful for that, because I felt like I was aging at a very rapid speed. I was just declining daily and I didn't know what to do. I'm not one to take pills. So I was just waiting for the end, pretty much. I thought, if I make it to 70, I'll be doing good. Although I wasn't going to have any quality of life at that point. I would just be existing. But since, finding the carnivore diet and turning these things around, I feel now that aging isn't the curse that it was. It can be a blessing if you approach it right, depending on your perspective. Right now, I'm looking at it as I have a second chance at living the life I've always wanted to live, because I've never felt like this before. Even when I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, I had other ailments that were keeping me back. And I didn't know I could address those things with my diet. So I just suffered. I just thought that's the way it was. And once I found carnivore and I started healing, I realized, wow, I could have been feeling this good years ago. But now, it is what it is. I'm starting from this point forward, and I'm hoping to regain a lot of lost time. There was so many years that I was housebound or bedridden, and now I'm trying to make up for lost time because I actually have the energy and the clarity of mind to do the things that I always wanted to do. And it feels good to feel that way. Now, as far as aging being a curse, there's things that are beyond our control. Our bodies, just as they get older, there's things that are going to happen. And depending on how good you take care of yourself, just like a car, if you take care of your car, you're going to get a lot more use out of it, a lot more years. Well, it's the same way with our bodies. If we take care of them, they're going to be stronger. They're going to last longer. We don't have to lose our health just because we're getting older. And that's how I looked at it. I thought declining health was just part of aging, but it's not. And now that I know that, I'm trying to reverse the damage that I've done to it through the years. And that's going to take some time. And that's what the carnivore diet is about. It's about healing the damage that we've done to our bodies. It's not just a weight loss diet. For some, they don't lose any weight, and maybe they don't need to. But for most of us that have done this, we'll all tell you the same thing. It's about healing, and then it's about weight loss. Some folks are lucky. They start losing weight right away. I lost a few pounds just from the elimination diet, but overall the weight loss was, fairly slow, but that's okay because I was healing and I'm feeling good now. Because before I started this, I didn't even feel good enough to address the weight loss. Because food was my comfort. Food was like my medication and entertainment. So I needed to heal from the addiction of the carbs and the sugar. And then I could focus on losing the excess weight, which is also part of healing, right? So that's where I'm at right now. And I've told a lot of people that the carnivore diet is almost like the fountain of youth, because I've seen so many people that have started this and they look so much younger now because there's a lot of collagen in meat, and just from healing and feeling better, you look younger. Because when you're in pain and you're tired, that ages you. And that's where I was at all the time, just tired and achy and foggy headed. And now that that's lifted, I do feel younger. And I've seen that in so many other people that are also doing this. I mean, everyone. I haven't seen anyone that looks worse. You know, I was worried because I thought, if I do lose the weight, I have so much to lose. I'm going to have just massive, loose skin, and my jowls are going to hang, and, the neck thing and all that. And yeah, I do. I've got some of that. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I do think the collagen in the meat is helping with that. But I mean, it's inevitable. That's the consequences I have to pay for the abuse that I've given my body over the years. But that's okay. It's, I'm at that point in my life where that's not as important. I want to feel better. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. Just feeling better and having more energy. So like I said, those things come with age. And, if you want to resort to Botox or surgery, more power to you. I'm not a judgmental person. You do what you need to do. I don't want to go that route just because I don't want to do anything that invasive. And I've seen a lot of my friends, I live in Southern California, seen a lot of my friends go through various surgeries and different fillers. There's, lip fillers are super popular right now, especially with the younger girls. It's insane. I'd say, 7 out of 10 of my friends are doing it, and some of them look good. I'm not saying they look bad, but they have to keep up on it. It's expensive. And it's like, I just don't want to be bothered with that. But like I said, it seems to be more so with the younger women. Most women, when we get to be this age or older, we don't care. It's like, man, if I had that kind of money, I ain't going to spend it on that. It's like, what did my brother had a saying? When women get our age and they spend that money on getting, breast augmentation or facelifts, he said it's like putting new headlights on a beat up old car. It's not going to make any difference. And I thought, yeah, okay. But if it makes a person feel better, more power to them. Like I said, it's a personal choice. For me, if I had that kind of money, there's so many other things I could spend it on. I have 3 adult children and 8 grandkids. I would rather spend it on them or doing things and having experiences at this point in my life. I can throw on a coat of paint and, do my hair. That's about the extent of it. And even that's a big deal, because when I was going through my depression, I barely even ran a fork through my hair. I could have cared less. And then when we had the lockdown and I wasn't going anywhere and nobody was coming over, I looked like a troll. And I didn't care. I was, how you get to that age as an older woman, it felt comfortable. I looked like the swamp witch, you've probably seen that meme, and it was fine with me. But now that I'm feeling better and I have the energy to do those things, because it takes a lot of energy to have to get up and do your hair and your makeup. Not all of us are born natural beauties. So, because I have women say, well, why do you even bother doing that? Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I wasn't born a natural beauty, so I need a little bit of help. And if I have to wear, some makeup or do my hair and it makes me feel better, more presentable when I go out, I'm going to do it. If you can get by without it, that's awesome for you. But I've never been that type of person. So anyway, and that's why I do the head wraps. It's just easier. I just holding a curling iron, I can't do that. I haven't done that in years. I may curl my bangs, but that's it. I usually just straighten my hair and it'll last for a couple days, depending on the weather. When I was up north, it didn't. What are you doing? This is my cat, Jazz. You'll see him in every video I make. He just can't stand it when I'm talking because I don't know if it takes attention away from him or if he thinks someone else is here that can give him attention. I haven't figured him out yet, but he's always got to be here. Huh. Anyway, so back to, a blessing or curse right now. Thanks to carnivore, I look at it as a blessing and an opportunity to do a lot of things that I wasn't able to do when I was younger and feeling terrible. So my perspective on it has changed tremendously. I used to actually be scared because I thought, once I get into the 60s, it's all downhill. And now I feel like if I do it right, I have an opportunity to be around for a long time, 20, 30 years maybe. But that leads me back to my blood pressure issue that just recently started. And I'm not sure what it is. I think, like, my friend Joshua mentioned dehydration. I definitely think that could be a big part of it because it's been colder and windy and I just haven't been drinking my water. And I do think that's a big part of it. And I've been drinking more coffee. I've told you guys during the holiday break, I was drinking 3 cups a day and I've gotten down to 2 cups a day and that dehydrates me. So I think I've got to make some changes. I'm going to stop drinking 2 cups of coffee a day because this morning when I took my blood pressure first thing, it was, well, not first thing, it was after I'd had my morning coffee. I had been running around. I got myself ready. I always do, I pick up things in the morning. I was doing some cleaning and stuff. And then when I sat down to take my blood pressure, it was higher than it was yesterday. So that freaked me out because I did start drinking water yesterday, but just, towards the evening. So it's going to take me a while to rehydrate. I've got my water to remind myself I am going to drink this. I need to drink a couple of these at least today. I'm cutting my coffee back. I read a few things that I can do, a few holistic things I can do to bring my blood pressure down. So that's the goal. I'm working on that. If this continues though, I do need to go in and find out what could be causing it because I don't think it's the carnivore diet. I don't. I don't know what it could be or why, except like I explained in yesterday's video, we've got a lot going on. We've had the power outages and the winds and the fires and, that's been stressful. When I mentioned that I have some issues going on within my own family that were causing stress, it's just normal stuff. It's nothing crazy, because people were messaging me and they were worried what's going on. It's just normal stuff. But as a mother, I don't know if you've ever heard this saying, we're only as happy as our unhappiest child. And so when any of my children are going through anything, whether it's work-related, health, relationships, whatever, I worry. I'm a mom. I want their lives to be perfect. And the same with my grandkids, when they're going through issues, I worry. I just want everybody to be healthy and happy. So that can't be helped, but it's nothing crazy. It's just life. They're going through life. And I'm always going to be that way. I'm always going to be the mom that worries about my kids and wants to help them through it. But I just wanted the rest of my family to know it's nothing catastrophic. It's just normal life things that I'm going through right now. So, and some of them have even been resolved or whatever happened is over. My daughter had, really a scary issue at work that really freaked me out for a couple days, but they're working it out with her work and all that. So, but anyway, so yeah, those things are going to affect your blood pressure. And I think that's where I'm at right now. So I'm hoping that life will slow down. Since I got back from holiday, it's been turmoil. Nothing is the way it was before I left. I haven't worked. This is the 4th week that I haven't worked. And that can't be helped either. I was not feeling well. My client wasn't feeling well. We had power outages. It's just been one thing after another, but that stresses me out. It's like 4 weeks without a paycheck. I got to get to work, man. I got to get back to work. So, so that's been a heavy thing on my mind. But other than that, I really shouldn't be complaining. I'm feeling good, which is what I don't understand because I thought, with high blood pressure, I'd just be like, on the floor. I can feel it I do feel different. There was like a pressure in my head. It makes me tired. And you guys have heard me complain about that for a little while now. I just haven't had the energy that I did at the beginning of carnivore, and I miss it. And from what I was reading, high blood pressure causes you to be tired. So that, I think that's my main issue right now. So I am going to work on that. Please continue to pray for me. I believe in the power of prayer, and send me some good vibes and good thoughts. But that's my goal. That's what I'm working on. You know, I don't want to think that it's just part of aging and they want to put me on meds, because my siblings are all on meds for high blood pressure and cholesterol and stuff. But the only difference between them and me is we have a different father. I have a different father than they do. So I'm hoping genetically I'm not predisposed for that. So, and I think that's the case, because honestly, I'm fatter than any of my siblings. So if anybody should be on medications, it's me. But I take after, you know, my father's side of the family, and I guess they have longevity. So, but this blood pressure thing, this came from my mom. She's the one that had high blood pressure, and I don't know. She was on medication, and I don't want to ever have to take medication. So whatever I can do to get this down, I'm going to do. So that's the goal this week. But anyway, I am going to take care of some business, and then I will be right back to finish this discussion. Okay, folks, well, here we are. It's Monday, January 13th, and we are still under a wind advisory. And we got an email from the power company saying that we need to be prepared because there's a very high possibility that they're going to be shutting our power off again sometime within the next couple of days. The wind advisory is in effect till 6 p.m. Wednesday night. So as you can see, I've still got some candles out over here, over there, in all my rooms. So I'm as prepared as I can be. I keep charging up all my devices. We've got our generator out. We've got gas. So, I mean, we're okay. It's cold for California. It's cold. So that part's a bummer. But they said it's supposed to start warming up. And so it shouldn't be as bad. But my gosh, the last time this happened last week, I was so unprepared. I don't have unlimited data on my phone like, you know, young people do, because I don't use it that much. Well, I had to use it and I ran out. So there was a day where I had no power, no internet, no data, and I had lent my car out. So I didn't even have a vehicle. I felt so stranded here. It was a nightmare. It was like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even get calls. I guess I could make emergency calls, but you know, my family was calling me and friends, and everybody's checking on me. And when nobody could get a hold of me, they started worrying. And then, you know, luckily the power came on and I saw all my messages and I was able to let everybody know I'm still alive. I'm just out here on this island by myself. That's what it felt like. So I'm going to make sure I have enough data in case it does go out and I have to just resort to using my phone for the next few days, which is also a bummer because I really don't use my phone for like scrolling on the internet. I can't see. I'm old, you know. I have to go on my laptop, you know, or the regular computer. I need a big screen to see what's going on. So it was kind of a bummer to do that. So anyway, let's hope. I'm going to go check the mail. I'm going to see, you know, how the winds are. I haven't heard anything. It sounds like it's pretty quiet right now, but they said it's coming in. So fingers crossed it won't be as bad as last week. Although I've already heard from several friends that said they shut their power off. It's not even windy right now and they're already shutting your power off. So that makes me wonder what's going on. I don't like this. So anyway, let's go check the mail. Let's see what's going on. Well, look at that. Not even the slightest breeze. All the leaves are gone though, darn it. I'm sorry guys, I still had a lot more to say, but this video is already way too long, and according to all the YouTube videos I watch, you're not supposed to make them this long. People don't watch them. So if you did make it to the end, let me know, drop me a comment. Also, what are your guys' thoughts on, you know, Botox and lip fillers and plastic surgery at my age? You know, like I said, people got to do what they got to do. If you need it and it makes you feel good, I am not opposed to it. I'm just saying for myself personally, I don't care for having surgery, and I'm not really too sure about all those lip fillers and Botox. Where's that stuff go? You know, I just, you know, I worry about that stuff. But like I said, who knows, if I had the money, I might feel differently about it. But I know personally, I don't have the money. I couldn't do those even if I wanted to. So that's my main thing. But I have had friends and family that have had things done and they look great and they're happy about it. They're happy with their choice. So please don't think that I'm slamming anybody for doing that. I'm just saying that I just personally, I'm old. I don't really, you know, think I'll ever resort to doing that. Maybe when I was younger, if I had the money and I thought it was going to make a difference, I would have invested in it. So, but anyway, yeah, if you know, what are your thoughts? I'm just curious what other people think about it. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm going to enjoy that steak that I cooked, and I am going to work on bringing my blood pressure down. And then I might even make a part 2. I'm not working. I got nothing else to do. So stay tuned for that. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.